What it do, Scrap My family? Hey man, I really don't even know where to begin with this right now, cause I'm like, right now, y'all see I got my hood on. I'm in go mode right now, y'all. I'm so just tired. I'm so tired of the government and these cops and or judicial officers, I should say. People just let them get away with anything, and it's crazy. So this video is really an update on, one of my videos. I recently told y'all about what happened with me on my four-wheeler. I got deprived of my rights. Not a privilege, my rights. And we're not going to even go too deep into that again, because I already told y'all the story of what happened. But for y'all who just tuning in, long story short, I was traveling on my four-wheeler, which is my private property. Private property is considered consumer goods. Consumer goods does not have to be registered, licensed, or insured, okay, to travel. Everybody knows the right to travel has been already argued and won in Supreme Court. Supreme Court case laws on the right to travel. You need to get up on that, because they get y'all every day with that, because y'all don't know the difference between traveling and driving. So y'all gotta get up on that. But anyway, I had court yesterday, so I want to tell y'all what happened in court, and this is about to blow y'all minds, like, because this shit is really crazy. Like, these people are really prejudiced, like really prejudiced down here in South Carolina, like bad. Mind you, y'all, I've never been in trouble my whole life. My whole life. Never been in trouble. I'm 30 years old. Never been in trouble my whole life. Moved to South Carolina, and look what happened. I've been riding bikes my whole life. I got an LLC. I help kids. I do stunt shows for the kids for free. Like, this is what I do. So I don't think twice about hopping on my bike and traveling wherever I go, wherever I'm at. Like, don't think twice about that, because for one, I know my law and I stand on that. So now, getting to court. It's just supposed to be the arraignment yesterday. Yesterday was just supposed to be the arraignment. So basically, the arraignment is where they ask you whether you plead guilty or not guilty. Right? So I get in court. I sit down, take my jacket off, fix my little attire, little button up, I got my turban on. So they know that, like, oh, he on some shit. Then I got my cousins with me. One of them had his had his fez on. So they already know we Moors when we in his court. So he's looking around at us. I see the prosecutor in the back. She just keeps staring at us. So now, mind you, somebody walks in the courtroom. Their phone went off. Like, they was behind us when we was walking in. Then he turned around and fixed his phone, whatever, turned his phone off or whatever. So mind you, as he's doing that, the door shuts and we go and sit down. She pops out the back after she already was staring at us coming in, and going to say, there's no phones allowed in this courtroom. You gotta turn it off and put it in a bin. Like, that's state rule or some stuff like that. I said, state rule? I ain't never heard nothing like that. In Jersey, they tell you just turn your phone off. If it go off in the courtroom, they're gonna take it. I never heard that you can't have your phone in your pocket, bro. They was just being extra. And mind you, they know it wasn't me or nobody I was with who phone went off, because they seen the dude turn around. So they come. She sends two officers. They come from behind the bar. Come straight to me. Intimidation already, y'all. Mind you. Threat, duress, and coercion. TDC. So they came up to me and just straight looked at me, and then looked at my peers and was like, said the same thing she said. So so we all just looking at them like nobody said nothing. We just looked at them like, okay. So me having a good conscience and heart, I know I got my phone in my pocket, but mind you, my phone is not even on. Like, not working right now. Like, I gotta get a new chip for it. So it's not gonna go off or anything like that. So I told him that, like, my phone is not even on. Like, first of all, it's off and it's off. Like, if you understand what I'm saying to you. So it's in my pocket. Oh, you gotta put it out there. I said, what law is that? Can you? I'll be glad to put it in that box if you can show me the law. But he said, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with y'all. Y'all think y'all intimidating me, and you're not. I'm gonna just go put the phone in the box. Now make you feel like the better man or the happier man now because you unlawfully told me to do something and I did it. That's what they do every day to y'all. They unlawfully tell you to do things and you do it, and they feel like they nuts fucking drop. Like, fuck out of here. So anyway, I put the phone in there. I go sit back down. Everybody's getting called. People walking up to the bench and their arraignment. They don't know. If you don't know law, you don't know what that means when you walk up to the bench and you say you understand after he say all the charges and whatever he says. When you cross that line, you're in the court's jurisdiction. Okay, that's for one. And for two, when you say you understand, that means you stand under. You think I'm lying? The book is right here, common law. It's right in here. I read that before to y'all. So, with that being said, it was time for me, because I seen one of the, how they was doing it down here is like whatever officer pull whoever over, they called the people's names up, and then they said whatever happened in the court, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that's how they work down here. New Jersey, you can't even get the damn officer to come to court. But anyway, I see the officer, the one that was trying to kill me, like the one that was like swerving in front of me, stepping on his brakes, trying to get me to hit his car and hurt myself. I seen him with paperwork in his hand because he just came from the back. But the original officer who originally went to stop me is a black cop, and he's just sitting there. I don't see no paperwork in his hand, so I'm looking like, what's going on? In my mind, they about to pull some funny stuff already. So, and mind you, the officer that took the stand, he wasn't the arresting officer, nor was he the officer first on scene, and I have proof of that. He started talking, and oh, mind you, before that, I see him when he walks in, right? He's shaking the whole time. He's shaking because I'm already knowing he's nervous because he know he about to lie. He just came and took the stand under oath and lied. So, with that being said, he got up, they called my name, I stood up. I said, I am here in regards to this matter. When you say I am, that's very strong in law, in court, okay? So, mind you, in my head, this is just supposed to be the arraignment, not trial, okay? So, this is where he messed me up at, because I never seen this happen, so this happened unlawfully. So, everybody else that went up before me, he asked him, do you plead guilty or not guilty? But when I stood up and said I am here in regards to this matter, they told me to walk up to the bench. When I stood up, I put my hands firmly on the chairs in front of me, and I said, I'd rather stand right here, Your Honor, no disrespect. So he looked at me, his eyes already got big when I said I am here in regards to this matter. His eyes got real big like this. And then once I said I wasn't approaching the bench, his eyes got even bigger. Because now he know, I know. I'm not playing this game with them. He knows that I know their game. Okay? So now he didn't argue about it. Most judges just try to yell at you, scare you, intimidate you to cross the bench, hit you with contempt in court, which he did later on, and I'm going to tell y'all. In most videos that I watch of lawyers going against court and other things of that nature, they stated things that was going to happen after you say these certain things, and I seen that in court. So mind you, after I said I wasn't crossing the bench, he told me, well, at least walk up a little bit so I could hear you. He tried to get me to cross that line. I walked up a little bit, but I didn't cross the line. He said, so well, what? He didn't ask me like he asked everybody else, do you plead guilty or not guilty? He said, so well, what do you want to do with this matter? Because for one, I'm not in his jurisdiction. So he know they can't even do nothing with me in the first place. They could either drop the case, put a guilty plea on you illegally, which he did, or like basically lower the charges or sentences or whatever. So um, he's talking to me and he says, "So what do you want to do about this?" I said, "Well, Your Honor, I have a few questions I want to ask before I put any pleas in." And he smiled and laughed because he already know what I'm on to. So with that being said, the first thing I said, well, once again, I'm thinking in my head that this is supposed to be the arraignment. I wasn't, even though I know what to say and I'm prepared for anything, but at that time, I'm in my head like, all right, this is supposed to be the arraignment. So I wasn't prepared to argue my points. You feel what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I sent this is the original copy. I sent another copy in certified mail, right? Certified mail, which I got after court because I had to go to my mailbox. I should have went to my mailbox before court because that would have proved they bluff also. So I asked them, first of all, I need to know the nature and cause of, what's going on. I don't know the nature and cause of my charges. He said, so you don't understand? I said, no, I don't at all. I don't understand. I do not understand the nature and cause of these charges. And on top of that, I also need to know how do you tend to trial me when you do trial me? Because the Constitution gives us two different jurisdictions, and he just cut me off because he already knew what I was getting to. So he said, yeah, I know about admiralty law and all that stuff. So he knows because most courts act under military tribunal, which they're not supposed to. They can't do that, and the judge can't tell you because then he's going to be exposing the fraud too, right, with you. So when I said that, he said, yeah, okay, well, because one is under criminal law and one is under common law. So he said, well, basically he tried to say the state of South Carolina, which in the Constitution, there's no statutes that say the state of South Carolina is jurisdiction or has jurisdiction over the person or matter, especially not over me because I'm a Moorish American. So I said to the judge, I said, I never heard of such. I never heard of such thing. That's no jurisdiction. When I really was supposed to say, can you show me? I'm telling you where I went wrong at, y'all. But I said, there's no such thing. There's no jurisdiction. There's no such thing. So he laughed and scratched his head because he knows what I'm saying is the truth, right? Mind you, everybody else in the courtroom is looking at me now because they're like, yo, what did he know? Because I even heard the dude in the back talking to my cousin like, yo, what he know? He knows some stuff. My cousin like, yeah, he's a Moor. He know. He know what's going on. I heard it. So now all these people is looking at me. So the dude came up and he started lying immediately, the cop, because like I said, he wasn't even the cop to begin with. So the judge asked him, what do you got to say? He started saying everything that the black cop was supposed to be up there saying, because he's the one who initially seen me so-called run the stop sign and all this stuff. This is what I was stopped for. They said I ran a stop sign. They wasn't stopping me because I was on a four-wheeler. They stopped me because I supposedly ran the stop sign. So, mind you, I didn't stop until I got to my cousin's house because I already been beat up by police officers before. So I ain't stopping until somebody around to see what's going on because these folks would do anything to you. And I didn't stop under threat, duress, and coercion. Okay, you remember that. So they didn't argue that neither. But mind you, this court date was just for the traffic tickets. I have another court date for the so-called eluding. So the cop got up there and started lying, and then the judge asked me. He said, "You have any questions for the officer?" I said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "How are you sitting here taking a stand when you weren't the arresting officer nor the original officer on scene?" So his partner over here, the one who arrested me, he's in cahoots with him. So they're conspiring against me right now, and this is what I'm going to sue them for too when it's all said and done. Conspiracy, deprivation of rights, defamation of character. I'm going to sue them for a whole bunch of shit. Trying to kill me. That's endangering my welfare. And the crazy part is he admitted it too. After he said what he said, I asked him, I said, So I wasn't, since you're the original officer, as you say you was, I wasn't giving you hand signals the whole time, letting you know where I was going. So how was that eluding? So the judge tried to stop me. Well, he did stop me and was like, well, he tried to, because I still was talking anyway. Because at this point, I'm mad now. This is what they wanted. They wanted to get me off my high horse. They wanted to get me off my capable mind. So at this point, I'm mad because he just sat up there and took the stand and lied. Like, straight lied. And I know that him lying in court was a felony, bro. He could do 10 or more years. And I'm going to make sure of that. I'm going to make sure of that. So the judge goes, oh, well, you have another court date for that. That's not what we're here for. We're here for registration, uninsured. And I told him, I said, I have insurance and registration on my bike, but it's not in y'all state. As soon as I said that, he said, well, I'm going to find you guilty of that. Like, first of all, you can't put a guilty plea on me. First of all, this is supposed to be an arraignment. You can't put no type of, no. Unless you dropping the charges, you can't put a plea for a person. That's illegal. People wake up. Y'all got to start knowing your law. That's illegal. They can't put a plea for you. Illegal. So he put all these pleas, he basically put all guilty pleas on me for not stopping at the red light, which they didn't prove yet. And down here they play dirty. See, in Jersey, I could just make them suppress the evidence. Here, you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for the cameras and all this other stuff. It's cool because I'm gonna go through all the legal ways to prove that they're fucking lying. And he just took the stand and lied over something so small at that. So imagine what you think they do to some real stuff. Like, bro, you gotta start waking up, man. This shit is crazy, man. I gotta like this, man, because this is crazy. And I don't care if y'all watching this, South Carolina, because I know my laws. If one state can indulge in it, all the rest of them can too. It's legal where I'm from, and I got a medical card. So, yeah. If it's legal where I'm from, it's legal everywhere else. So now, with that being said, this is where he got me at. After I asked the cops these questions that he never answered, he beat around the bush, said some whole other bullshit. The cop said, "You lucky we ain't kill you." Because I said, bro, you and him was trying to box me in using pit maneuvers like I was in a stolen car or something. The cop said, and mind you, I told y'all that he was trying to kill me. He said, "You lucky we ain't kill you." It's exactly what he said out his mouth. I'm looking around at the judge and everybody else like, y'all ain't just hear this man what he just said? So at this point, I'm mad, I'm pissed. So this is when the judge asked me, so what is your argument? And at the time, I wasn't in my competent mind. I'm out here with it now because I'm pissed. I'm about ready to run up and punch this nigga in his face at this point. Because I'm just so messed up about what just happened. Like, you just sat up here and lied, bro. You took the stand and lied. Don't you know what can happen to you? But see, they so used to these people out here that don't know nothing. I just let them go on about their day. So mind you, not having I been mad, I know the answer to what is your argument. I got plenty of arguments. Because for one, we're in court, we're in traffic court, right? Which is civil, but it's listed under criminal court. So who's the injured party? Which I did say before. I said, where's the injured party at? And then the judge tried to talk over me because he know what I'm saying is right. So mind you, and when the judge put the guilty plea in, he's practicing law from the bench. And I know to say these things because that's also illegal. But I was so mad that when he said, "What's your argument?" I was just like, "Nothing, Honor, nothing. Just go ahead." Because I'm looking back at my girl now at this point. She could tell I'm frustrated. She see me pulling up my pants. She see my gestures. She like, "Don't even say nothing else because you're just making it worse right now." So I'm like, all right. I don't say nothing. Judge starts doing whatever he's doing. And I also asked him, because I thought this was supposed to be the arraignment and not a trial. So now when I figured out that, when I came to my senses, like, oh, he's trialing me right now, I asked him, it's supposed to be the arraignment, like, and you're trialing me. Can I at least get a jury trial? And me knowing that I'm Moorish American and there's no jury here of my peers, or neither does this judge have nationality papers. I know to say these things, but I didn't because he got me mad. So now, legally, what I'm going to do is put him for retrial. I got to pay for all these things though. But it's cool because I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take it to the extent to expose the fraud of the court and expose that they lied. And then I'm going to sue the fuck out of them. And I'm going to keep y'all updated with everything. I promise y'all, I'm going to keep y'all updated. And I also asked the judge that they receive my affidavit, the facts of the matter. And he told me they didn't. They never received it. And I told him, well, when I filed it, the day I filed, it's considered filed legally. The day he mailed it in, I mailed it in, certified mail is considered filed legally. So if your clerk didn't file it in, that's a felony on her behalf also. He said, well, I didn't receive anything. I didn't receive any, we didn't receive anything. Excuse me. My girl went to the mailbox afterwards and got this in the mail. That means they received it. They received it. So he lied. And that's basically what just went down in this whole thing. They just lied. So now, when I do retrial, I gotta pay for it. It's gonna go to a higher court. When they go to higher court, they're not gonna be in cahoots with these people. So we just gotta take our time and don't feel defeated, y'all. Cause I still feel defeated, but I know I'm not. So we just gotta keep going. Just keep going. And that's my message today for y'all, man. Just keep going. Even when you feel defeated, keep going, bro. Keep pushing. Don't quit. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to quit and give up and just pay the fines. And also, if y'all don't know, there has been no real money in circulation since 1700s. If anybody was to pay anything of a debt, it had to be in gold or silver, which none of us have. So I'm gonna leave that in your minds. Alright? And that was also ruled in Supreme Court too, man. Like it's just crazy how law and how they try to get over on you, man. It's ridiculous. But y'all have a good one. Peace and love. Till next time.